This has got to be the heaviest vlog setup ever, but I finally have a vlog setup, so I might as well use it. Alright, so I've actually never been able to show a cold start on my car, and I'm going to do that now because I finally have a wide-angle lens that can actually capture it, and hopefully it doesn't blow out my microphone, but here we go. That's comfort mode.
Once the car gets really hot, it sounds crazy, but God, I love this car. It's amazing.
Now, one of the major reasons why I wanted to get this big old lens is because I want to make more YouTube videos. Specifically, I want to be able to vlog, and none of the lenses that I had were able to do so. So I picked up this 20mm lens from Sony. They said it was on sale. I mean, it was like $100 off. It was still like $1,300. Super expensive. But anyway, I want to hold myself accountable. So I want to vlog more. I want to show more behind the scenes of my life, a little bit more of my personality. And a big part of my personality is how much I love cars. If you want to know why I love cars so much, I'll show you. One second. It's just so fun. Smiles per gallon, you know what I mean? We're gonna be driving to the gym real quick right now. We're gonna go get a leg workout because, again, real men hit legs. One of the things that I've really been struggling with is the idea that with YouTube content, you really have to slow down when talking to the camera. It feels like everything's super fast paced because people post videos all the time and they're very energetic and everything, which is kind of something that translated from, you know, who I am. I'm very energetic and fast paced, and that's translated to my short form content very well, but I feel like my personality doesn't really come out, despite me being, again, fast-paced and ADHD and whatever. As a result of that, I'm like very self-conscious of talking to the camera still, and YouTube's a completely different beast because I can actually cut away a lot of the kind of mistakes that I make on TikTok. I can't do the same thing with YouTube, so I really wanted to challenge myself to hopefully learn how to, you know, kind of get over that and force myself to slow down and be able to just record a whole clip and not feel like, oh God, I gotta go edit a 30-minute clip and turn it into 20 minutes and cut 10 minutes of just babbling out, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're almost at the gym, not too far away now. Really stoked. Like, look at the cheese, man. This is what people with wide angle lenses have been able to do their whole lives. Oh man, I just wish I was more of a camera geek. I wish I knew this stuff earlier. So somebody's using the hamstring curl. I would normally start with that. We're gonna start instead with the hack squat right over here. I'm still trying to figure out this lens, so if it's like blurred randomly and maybe it looks unnatural, just forgive me. We're getting used to that. Anyway, we're gonna start with this because let's be real, I otherwise would have probably skipped calves. Let's get some calves done. That's your sign, go get some calves done. A big reason why I choose to use the hack squat machine is because I don't have a standing calf machine at this gym, and in any event, I actually prefer using a leg press or a hack squat machine because you can load more weight. It's super easy to load and a lot easier to load than something like a Smith machine or a barbell even. It allows you to keep your balance and you can get a nice deep stretch at the bottom.
We're finishing up some pre here, and then set number 2, we went up like 25 pounds a side. Let's do the damn thing.
Because we're training the calves in a standing variation of the 2 calf muscles, we're really going to want to focus on the gastrocnemius. So as a result, we're going to be standing at about shoulder width apart here, and I'm going to really focus on getting a nice deep stretch to the bottom. Grip for dear life, brace your core, and just drive as hard as you can through that big toe, and try to keep as much pressure as you can in the toe box of your shoe in general. Controlling the tempo both ways on the way up and down.
All right, next one, hamstring curl, finally free.
Now, the reason why I typically do the hamstring curl first is because it's not too metabolically taxing and I can actually take it really close until failure. And typically when I'm training my hamstrings, if I train a quad exercise first, I'm way too tired by the time hamstrings come around.
Those partials suck.
Another 2 sets, then on to the next one. As I mentioned in that clip there, you'll notice that I go full range of motion. I try to keep 10 to 15 repetitions. Then when I get really tired at the end, I'll mix in some partials to get as close as I can to that failure point, which is a full lengthened stretch, and then just up until halfway or up until the point at which I feel tension in the hamstring. I like to keep my toes in a dorsiflex position, meaning it feels like I'm pointing my toes up when I'm doing this exercise. Now this leg press variation is for a quad focused leg session, meaning my legs are a little bit lower down. And as you can see here, I'm able to get a lot of knee flexion as a result. If I had my feet a little bit higher and wider out, I might be getting a little bit more glutes activation at the top, but because my feet are nice and low here, I can get a lot of flexion in my knees. And you can see here, I'm almost touching my calves to the back of my thighs. So it's full range of motion. You might not have heard me say it, but you did see it right there. I just put down a pad so that I could get a little bit more assistance on the backrest. That's just the nature of all of these machines. They're not built for each individual person. Some people might have to put something like a backrest like I had to in order to not feel their lower back in the exercise. In case you couldn't tell at this point, guys, I've had all of these speeds at 4 or 8x the speed.
Bro, I'm trying to take this shit serious. Relax. By the way, everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Cassie, she's on the phone right now. You're right, set no camera. Comment down below what you think she's telling you through this set.
I don't remember what it is that she told me during that set, but I promise you it couldn't have been that important. Even when this clip is super sped up, you can see me controlling the weight down as best as I can through the eccentric, and then I kind of bounce back quick through the concentric. Because I get asked this all the time on Instagram, the reason why I go so slow in the eccentric is because then I can get as much stimulation as possible with as light of a weight. So you'll notice I'm not lifting all that much weight, relatively speaking. I'm sure I could lift something like 6 to 8 plates per side, but we know that in the long run, that's gonna add a lot of stress to my joints.
I got one more. 3 more is Delulu. Delulu is not the Salulu in this case.
And in controlling the eccentric, I can get just as much stimulus, if not more, with less weight and less stress on the joints. I'm really focused on carrying that through the rest of my life. Can I get a hell yeah in the chat for this one? This was pure suffering.
Oh. Josh joined the chat too. Oh. We're vlogging on the new lens, Josh. Bro said to do 5 more. Yeah.
Aside from the fact that Josh is absolutely delusional, we've now decided to move on to the final superset. And you'll notice here, guys, I said the final superset. That means I'm not doing any more exercises. This one is a leg extension followed immediately by a sissy squat. That's what I'm doing here. It's a body weight sissy squat for 10 reps. So I'm trying to control the weight on both the extension and the sissy squat. Because all of the exercises are pushed till relatively close to failure, you don't need to do that many exercises. You'll notice you'll be extremely fatigued when leaving the gym if you push yourself this hard. The real key here is to get as much stimulus as you can and to get as good of a workout as you can, such that you can recover in time and make it back for another one and grow and progress from there. If you guys like this video and want to see more videos like this one, make sure you guys let me know in the comments below, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Time to hit some steps.
By the way, last month we launched my brand new high protein cookbook. Anyone that puts an order in for one will get a big, huge smoochy kiss from me. So make sure you guys tag me on Instagram at Evidence Nutrition so that I can give you a big fat wet one when you do. See you later. Oh, and by the way, YouTube thinks you'll like this video, so give it a shot and don't forget to hit subscribe.